Alrighty, here's our last day for Magic Treehouse. We're gonna read the last chapter. Oh, that's the chapter we read last time. Follow the leader. Alright, so they made it back to the treehouse, remember? Alright, here we go, chapter 10. Another clue. Late morning sunlight shone through the treehouse window. Shadows danced on the walls and ceiling. Jack took a deep breath. The treehouse was in the Fog Creek woods. I wonder what Mom's making for lunch, said Annie. She was looking out the window. Jack smiled. Lunch. Mom. Home. Let me zoom in for you, sorry. It all sounded so real, so calm and safe. I hope it's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, he said. Boy, this place is a mess, said Annie. We'd better make it neater in case Em comes back. Jack had almost forgotten about Em. Will we ever meet Em? Jack wondered. Remember, Em is the person that they think owns this treehouse, right? They found a couple things with the letter M on it. Jack wondered. The person who seems to own all of the books in the treehouse? Let's put the Egypt book on the bottom of the pile, said Annie. Good idea, said Jack. He needed a rest before he visited any more ancient tombs. Let's put the dinosaur book on top of the Egypt book, said Annie. Yeah, good, said Jack. He needed a long rest before he visited another Tyrannosaurus Rex. The castle book can go on the very top of the pile, said Annie. Jack nodded and smiled. He liked thinking about the knight on the cover of the castle book. He felt as if the knight was his friend. Jack, said Annie, look. She was pointing at the wooden floor. What is it? He asked. You have to see for yourself. Jack walked to Annie and looked at the floor. He didn't see anything. Turn your head a little, said Annie. You have to catch the light just right. Jack tipped his head to one side. Something was shining on the floor. What do they see? Look at the picture. Look what's on the floor. The letter M. He tipped his head a bit more. It came into focus. It was the letter M. It shimmered in the sunlight. This absolutely proved the treehouse belonged to M. There was no doubt about it. Jack touched the M with his finger. His skin was tingled. The leaves trembled. Do you know what that means? Trembled. Trembled means to shake. So the leaves shook. The wind picked up. Let's go home now, said Jack. Jack grabbed his backpack, and he and Annie climbed down the ladder. They stood on the ground below the treehouse. Jack heard a sound in the bushes. Who's there? He called. The woods grew still. I'm going to bring the medallion back soon, said Jack loudly. And the bookmark, too. Both of them, tomorrow. Who do you think Jack is talking to? Pause me while you think about who is Jack yelling at. There's nobody there. Then maybe you had said that Jack is talking to the M person, right? He's hearing this shaking, the leaves shook, and it said, oh, where did it say it? Jack heard a sound in the bushes. There it is. So he's thinking that he hears M, and he's telling him, don't worry, I'm going to bring all your stuff back. I'll bring it tomorrow. All the stuff that they found with that letter M on it. Who are you talking to? Asked Annie. I feel like M is nearby, Jack whispered. Annie's eyes grew wide. Should we look for M? But just then, their mother's voice came from the distance. Jack! Annie! Jack and Annie looked around at the trees. Then they looked at each other. Tomorrow, they said together. They took off running out of the woods. They ran down their street. They ran across their yard. They ran into their house. They ran into their kitchen. They ran into their mom. She was making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Okay, so I just heard Cooper wake up. So I will read this super quickly for you, and if you want me to go over it a little more tomorrow, I can. It says building the pyramids. It took many years to build pyramids. So this is just kind of teaching you about pyramids, right? This is true. This is nonfiction. It also took thousands of workers. Egyptologists think the workers used wooden rollers to move giant stones across the desert. Some of these stones weighed over 4,000 pounds. Wow. No one really knows exactly how the workers put the giant stones in place. Most Egyptologists think they built large ramps to raise the stones up the side of the pyramid. When the pyramid was finally finished, the ramps were torn down. Many people think the work on the pyramids was done by slaves. This is not true. Almost all the work was done by farmers during the flood season. The farmers were paid to help build the pyramids, but most of them worked for a reason more important than money. They believed building the pyramids would help them get to the next life when they died. Pretty cool. And that's the end. Number 4, Pirates Past Noon. I'm going to have to get it, you guys. We'll do a Junie B next, but I think we're going to take a break over the next couple of days from doing books because it's almost spring break, right? So Thursday and Friday, I have a little something special planned for you instead of a new book. All right? Off you go. Go have a great rest of your day. I miss you, and I hope I see you tomorrow. Bye.